These are exciting days at Carmel United Methodist Church. It's a privilege to be one of the pastors here, to be a part of the church family with you. These are days of growth in our children's ministry, our youth ministry, and in our worship attendance. We have a pattern over these last years of getting more and more involved in the community around us. And we're excited about the opportunity we have to make room for relationships with God, for growing relationships and fellowship with one another, for growing children's and youth ministries. And you can be a part of all of that. In this short video, you're going to have an opportunity to learn about some of the exciting things that are happening in our church family. You're going to meet some of the children, some of the youth, some of the adults who are a part of these growing ministries. I'm excited about seeing lives that are being transformed by the power of God in Jesus Christ. And you're going to have an opportunity to join me right now and hear some of those stories, see some of those folks who are experiencing God's blessing in their lives. Take a look.
I'd say we have great pastors, great teachers, and they actually teach you, but you can have fun doing it. Like, we're a small church, but we're a community.
One of the things that makes my week is being able to teach the class. I want these kids to know that they're loved.
I found it when I first moved here, and I really wanted to come to this school to go to preschool, and so I did this, and when the year was over, I said I wanted to come here for church.
Well, of course, I think we're all thinking about security at this point for our preschool and our day school. But it's important that we have room for all ages.
I've actually been in every single VBS since I was allowed to, so around 9 years of VBS.
We get to make crafts, play games, and we get to talk about the Bible, and we get to sing.
I can be sick Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. By Friday and Saturday, I'm feeling better, and I am well enough to come and teach class on Sunday. I have not missed a Sunday in the last 4 years. God wants me here and do my job, and that's what I love about it.
Scott told us of an opportunity to go to El Salvador, and that El Salvador trip was what really set my faith in stone. I'm going back to El Salvador this time for 2 weeks, and so that's going to be really cool.
It was 8th grade year. My best friend Teresa Strong, she had been telling me that whole year about Spring Hill and just this awesome trip, and she told me all the cool things that were there, like rock climbing and just you got to go zip lining and all that stuff. I was like, okay, so I gave it a try, and I went, and it just absolutely changed my life. I accepted Jesus Christ in my life there.
I think my favorite part is being able to have a service down here that can have a message that's directly applied to us and we can put into our everyday lives.
Every time I call them and ask them, what do you need, what do you need? They're like, we need bus passes, because so many of these kids have jobs, but they don't have cars to get to them. It went really well. We raised about $500 for that, and that'll buy about 200 to 300 bus tickets. So remember that the real reason you're doing it is just so you can show God's light through yourself.
We had a young man that was in my 5th grade class. And his name's John. The relationship was unbelievable, and when we had John's death occur, I went to the service, and I was waiting in line to pay my respects. And John's father came up and grabbed me and said, "CO, you'll never know what an influence you were on my son."
And it's interesting to see how people take hold and form leadership among the new people. Sometimes in the church, it's all the old people that keep things going, and it isn't that way anymore. That's good.
I thought that maybe I should give back to the church, since they were giving me such a beautiful gift of an hour of time with childcare and exercise. So I thought I'd give back by being a VBS instructor. Then we remember we collected some old coats, and we helped Mrs. Winthrow do kids' coats.
2011 with Bill Boyer. He got me into this church. He said, let's go to church. I said, okay. So I came here, and I like it here. And I like the band. And it's good music. When Steve plays his guitar, I do the air guitar, because I got a guitar at home, but I don't bring it.
I like that we allow people from the food pantry to come in freely, because I've actually seen that happen, because every other Saturday I go with my Sunday school teacher, Dave, and I help at the food pantry.
The summer before my freshman year, my dad was talking to me, and he convinced me to go on the Nashville mission trip with SLAM. And I was the youngest person on the trip. It was the first time, the longest time I was ever away from my parents, and I had to rely a lot on God and Jesus to make it so I could have the courage.
I learned a lot from Jesus. I like to pray to him. Every night before I go to bed, I pray for him every night. I miss my parents and everybody that's gone in my family. It helps me out, pray for them a lot better. Praying and reading the Bible, it makes me feel great.
I love those stories. Those stories remind me of why we're doing this campaign, Making Room. We want to make room for relationships with God and with each other. We want to make room for a growing youth ministry, a growing children's ministry. We want to make a difference here through this Carmel United Methodist Church. Please join Peggy and me as we make a generous gift to Making Room. So I guess there's just one more thing to say. My name's Greg McGarvey, and I love CUMC.
My name is C.O. Hinchman, and I love CUMC.
My name is Evan Gray, and I love CUMC.
My name is Tori Barron, and I love CUMC.
My name is Hilda Hadley, and I love CUMC.
My name is Megan Reesner, and I love CUMC.
My name is Aria Cheney,
My name is Philip Cheney.
and we love CUMC.
My name is Rusty. I love CUMC. How they do?